This is how to survive and thrive in a post-pandemic recession. These are 10 tips that I put together. Let's get right into it. I'm going to start with the most obvious and then narrow it down to the least obvious that you may not have thought. The first tip is to cut unnecessary luxury expenses. So if you're the type of person that likes to eat out a lot, go to restaurants, go on vacations, travel, likes to party, go out with their friends, drinking, going to the clubs, hanging out, if you like buying expensive clothes, this is all the stuff that's not essential to survival. Another thing that you could do to this same point is review the last 90 days of outgoing transactions in your bank statement. Log in, sort it by the last 90 days, and see which categories you spent the most money in. Whether it's entertainment, living expenses, food, travel, whatever it is, categorize it and develop some awareness of where the majority of your money is going. Also, look at all of the subscriptions that you have to different monthly services that you're paying for on a monthly basis. Any subscriptions that you don't need, that are not essential, and that are draining your bank account, cut them off. For the ones that you do want to keep, and for the non-negotiables, make a list of these companies, get their contact numbers, and begin calling them to negotiate them down. Whether it's your phone bill, your internet bill, your car insurance, your gym membership, a software company you may pay for on a monthly basis, all of these different companies, most of them would rather charge you less than lose you as a customer. So use this to your advantage. There's also a lot of different competing companies that you can go to see exactly if you can get a better deal, what's cheaper, but begin calling these companies, negotiating with them, see how they can work with you. You'll be pleasantly surprised in many cases. Do the same thing with your bank too, by the way. If you've gotten overdraft fees over the past few months, if you've gotten account fees charged to your account, call up your bank and ask them if they can help you with any of these. Many times, more often than not, especially if you haven't done this in the past already, they will refund one or more of these transaction fees or overdraft fees. The second tip is to develop a consistent diet and workout routine that is sustainable for you. This will maximize your energy, your focus, your mental and physical toughness, and your resiliency so that you can quickly and effectively tackle problems as soon as they arise on a daily basis. They will. It'll also reduce anxiety and lift depression so that you can function at your best and really pay attention to what's going on around you. Getting outside in the sun, eating a nutritious diet, drinking plenty of water, exercising daily, these all sound like very cliche things, but they really do work and they really do go a long way. So find some type of diet and exercise routine consistent for you above all else. It's not going to mean anything if you work out hard once a week and then you don't go for 3 weeks to the gym. It's better that you take a few walks around the block, do some jogging, do some push-ups, do some squats, whatever it is that works for you that you can be consistent with. It will compound, it will go a long way. Number 3, be stingy with your time. This is the one that I had to really focus on this past year. Raise your relationship standards and start cutting people off if they aren't pulling their weight or adding some type of value to your life. Everyone's got problems, but some people just want to complain while continue to engage in the same bullshit behaviors that put them in their position in the first place. Whether it's going out drinking, smoking, relaxing on the beach, watching Netflix, sleeping in, going on vacations, all this stuff that's not actually helping anybody. Or if they're constantly asking you for favors and they're not reciprocating and you feel like they're draining you. Take that time and energy that you've been giving to these people that haven't reciprocated and begin giving it to the ones that you know deserve it. You know who they are. We can always make more money, but we can't get our time back. So this is not the time to hang around with these people. Surround yourself with people that really have your back and are ready for war, because the next 12, 36 months are going to be very ugly. People who energize and amplify you are the ones that you want to be around. And you want to be a type of person that energizes and amplifies the people around you, because then people will want to be around you and they'll seek your attention and they'll seek having you around them and hanging out and learning from you and all these different things. You see, most people have gotten lazy and soft, especially during this pandemic with quarantine and all the unemployment benefits and the stimulus checks, the free money. We got very complacent. It's just the truth. So don't be sympathetic to the ones that choose these simple pleasures over preparation and self-discipline. Because remember, they're either helping you and those around you grow and get better, or they're draining you and they are bringing you down. It's binary. It's one or the other. So be unemotional in making these decisions, even if it's hard. It will be. I have a friend, one of my best friends of over 10 years, and this person insists on continuing to drink, continuing to go out to eat, continuing to just fuck around and not take life seriously as if we're in paradise and there's not a storm coming. So after much of my irritation, trying to wake this person up to the reality, I said, you know what? There's people in my life that I can do this with. I'm not wasting my time with you anymore. That's it. Tip number 4, Find something spiritually meaningful to sustain you when things get difficult and confusing, whether that's God, the universe, meditation, whatever it is for you, you know what it is. Stay connected and allow this source of life to guide your difficult decisions and periods of time where you're not really too sure of the next step. This will bleed over and positively affect every other aspect of your life by channeling the uncertainty of the spiritual into the certainty of the physical to give you a deeper sense of purpose and perspective as you move forward. Tip number 5, sleep and rest. Very underrated. If possible, sleep 7 to 9 hours per night, or whatever you consider a full rest at least 80% of the time. Sleep has endless health benefits, from retaining new information during deep sleep, healing inflammation in the body and the brain, reducing cortisol, which is the stress hormone, improving cognitive function, organizing and archiving our experiences and thoughts, and extending life expectancy. This will also help you feel good each day, manage stress effectively, improve your memory, improve your physical performance, and give you increased energy to tackle daily obstacles. Number 6, develop your hard skills. Whatever those things that you do with ease that other people always seem to struggle with, that's your value proposition. For me, it's making music and making these videos. You see, this is where self-awareness can really come in handy, whether it's speaking, marketing, construction, cooking, analyzing data, research, managing people, learning, driving, teaching, creating content, whatever it is. Now is the time to triple down on it and build these skills up even more. The marketplace is resetting and flushing out all the toxic, the lazy, scammers, and all the people that have shown that they're not who they really say they are. And the ones who are the experts, the valuable, the hard workers, the underappreciated, and the ones who were overlooked are going to get raises. They're going to get promotions, and they're going to see their businesses rise and ultimately win, because business owners and employers are going to need these people and value them more than ever to stay competitive. Companies like Tesla and Carvana have already begun to let go, aka fire, tens of thousands of their employees, aka the bottom 10%. And that leads me into my 7th point, which is develop a rock solid reputation. This is where people are going to see who you really are, and you're going to see who people really are when they're at their worst and when they're really grinding it out. Show people that you are reliable and can be counted on. Become great at what you do. Move with character and integrity. Be mindful of who you associate with. Back to point number 5. Stay learning daily. Focus on your disciplines. Word will spread. And when people ask for recommendations or referrals, you want your name to be top of people's minds, where they feel proud to recommend you, not hesitant. Keep high standards for yourself and do what you say you're going to do, because right now, your word is everything. Tip number 8. Be resourceful and get creative. Figure out how you can help the people in your network so that you can barter with them and exchange value in unique ways instead of spending money where you may not have to. Create unorthodox value transaction. Do you paint? Maybe you can help a friend paint his house or design a logo for his business, and he can let you borrow their car to do errands. Do you know how to cook? Maybe you can cook for a friend or a business or a family, and they pay for the food so that both of you can eat for cheaper instead of paying to go out to eat at a restaurant. Get creative. Spend some time really thinking about this. Think about who's in your network. Think about what they do. Think about what they need. Figure out how you can help each other and start having conversation. Spend every dollar like it's $10. Spend every $10 like it's $100. People will need money because this shit is hitting the fan, and you will be able to get more value from your money if you aren't desperate to make money, which is going to force you into positions where you need to trade your time and sell your time for money. Those with the money will have the leverage because people are going to need that money. So you'll be able to get great deals. You'll be able to get low-cost labor. Think about how you can barter with others to get your needs met in a mutually beneficial way. Just to reiterate my first point, maximize your dollar. You'd be very surprised how little you actually need to earn to survive if you work smart and you live humbly. Tip number 9. This is a little bit more for the investors and those looking to buy properties or invest in the stock market or businesses. Keep your credit score high. If you're planning on capitalizing on this market crash and this recession and investing in real estate or other assets, and you think you may need some funding from a bank or a lender, criteria is going to be stricter than ever, and you will need to be an A+ borrower. That means a 700+ credit score with good payment history or great payment history ideally, and open accounts that are reporting to your credit profiles on a regular basis, whether it's a car loan, whether it's your credit card, whether it's a mortgage, whatever it is. Make sure you have some accounts reporting and they're in good standing if you're looking to take on some debt in the near future. Clean up any derogatory remarks, settle any open accounts or issues that you have with creditors and collection agencies. Fix these issues with missed or late payments now so that by the time the credit inquiry comes and you need that loan, you're in good standing and you can qualify for it. Finally, last but not least, I think this may be the most important point of all of them. Tip number 10, treat this like a game, okay? Look, things are going to get very ugly, okay? And then they're going to get better, but first they're going to get ugly. So embrace the challenge. Get competitive. Yes, it will be hard. There's going to be bankruptcies, homelessness, more fighting, civil unrest. There's going to be hospitalizations and deaths from stress and poor health. Some of us may lose family members or close friends, if you haven't already. And then there's also the looming air of a potential war strike from a foreign power that could realistically happen at any moment. But we are much stronger and more adaptable creatures than we think. Like I said before, we've just gotten lazy and complacent and we don't want to accept it. But this is a chance to prove yourself. This is a chance to really see what you're made of, to push your own limits, and to feel more alive than ever. So buckle up, pay attention, turn your body into a machine, mind your relationships, keep God first, and do what you need to do. Because as Warren Buffett says, if you're worried, you shouldn't worry. But if you're not worried, you should worry. I hope this has helped. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications if you're listening on the new podcast. We hope to see you for the next one. Take care, guys.
Ride on the beat.